The following is a paid advertisement. The views expressed are the sole responsibility of the advertiser.
I'm attorney Justin Clark. Coming up just ahead on You Have Real Estate, you have money to invest. What should you put in real estate? What should you put in your IRA? We're going to answer those questions. We'll talk about Ocala. We'll also talk about your windows. If you own a home, you need new windows. It's just ahead that You Have Real Estate.
Your debt does not have to control your life. You have the power to potentially lower or even eliminate your debt. I'm attorney Justin Clark. Call me now for a free consultation or visit youhavepower.com and take back control of your financial life.
Welcome to You Have Real Estate with me, attorney Justin Clark. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, seasoned investor, or even looking to sell your home, this next 30 minutes is designed just for you. Think of it like hitting multiple open houses, all from your living room, with my attorney advice throughout the way. Any questions whatsoever during the program, the phone number will be right here, 407-205-0400. You want to get pre-approved? You want to start the house hunt for your dream home this weekend? Dallas Lehman is standing by to talk to you right now at that very same phone number. A great show today. You will not want to miss a single second. But first, the opening statement. Well, the question always is, the rates are up, the market's up. Do I buy a house or not? I'm putting my money where my mouth is and telling you that I'm still bullish on this real estate market, so much so that I'm buying a house, closing next Friday. So no one can ever question me if I'm just out here yapping away. And I believe that. I really do believe that now, especially in Florida, this is a great real estate market, and we're going to tell you why. We're going to answer your questions, and we're going to do so by asking real questions. Every Saturday here on the program, we ask real questions to the truly trend-setting people in Central Florida's community. I will kick it off today. To my right, my good buddy John Ledford is here. John, how are you?
I'm great, thanks.
Good to see you. And
too.
For the first time in a while, to my left, all suited out today, Dawood Bedrosian. Dawood, how are you?
Justin, thanks for having me on the show.
So I really am buying a house. You know that. I told you the other day. But another reason why I know this market is strong, because we have so many international investors coming here and so many people from other countries moving here. You do a lot of work with international buyers. They're still coming here. Why are they coming here?
Well, they're coming for several reasons. Obviously, the weather. You have a lot of international buyers that see places like Florida as a safe haven to park their funds in. For a lot of people, I ask them this question all the time. What's your investment strategy? Or better yet, what is your end investment strategy? Meaning, let's look at the end. How are you going to look at this property? And a good majority of the time, people are looking at these investments as short-term vacation rentals, because here in Central Florida, in 2019, Orlando received 79 million visitors to our area. And our tourism board is looking to recover 80 million tourists by 2024. Wow. For all of those reasons, you know, the famous hockey quote by Wayne Gretzky, you always want to skate to where the puck is going, not where the puck is at. You want to try and follow trends. Orlando's short-term vacation market is very, very, very strong. There's a lot of investors that want to come in here. Our median price is very attractive. And as a result of that, while many other cities and states saw prices decrease by about 10%, here in the Orlando and Miami area, we saw prices appreciate in spite of the rates going up by 9 to 13% as well, too.
And tons of international people moving here, as we said, literally moving their families here. I've met tons of them. John, you've met tons of them as well. And you take a real, again, I don't like the word holistic, but really a big picture approach to their investment strategy as well. You're going to look at their real estate, of course, but then you're also looking at everything else that they do. For someone who's new to this area, maybe came here with some money, they don't know who to trust when it comes to their money.
Sure.
What do you tell that person?
Well, I think there's a couple things. First of all, as it relates to real estate, commercial real estate, residential real estate. For us, it's a leg of the stool, right? It's part of their overall allocation. And I, like you guys, I'm very, very bullish on Central Florida. You can't argue the demographics, you can't argue the statistics. They're irrefutable. Yeah. We are still on the front edge of a dramatic curve that's going to continue for a long, long time. So we're bullish on real estate. We own a lot of real estate. We're continuing to buy real estate as well. And so I'm happy that you have a transaction coming up. For the investor that's coming here, I think to Dawood's point, one of the questions is always, what are your goals? What are your end goals? And they're not always the same. Sometimes people are moving, they have cash, and they need some place to store that cash. They may or may not want to put that money inside of a bank. They might want to do something a little bit more comprehensive, if you will, or something that might earn a higher rate of return. So, for clients, typically, we need to really understand who they are, what they're trying to accomplish, what their rate of return goals are, what their liquidity needs are, whether or not if they find that perfect home, whether it's here or Miami or wherever, that they have access to liquidity. But there's so much more to the picture, because oftentimes with a good advisor who works with a quality custodian, I think for international buyers, they want to be very, very choosy about custodians that they would work with. Some are very international friendly, some are very not friendly. Yeah. But then also issues related to lending, not that we provide mortgages or anything like that, but a lot of times there's a way to unlock value in your assets, liquid and illiquid assets, that can help with the overall home buying process. So I always get the question of when should we talk to a financial advisor? My response all the time is sooner and often. Don't wait until you've made a decision, you've exhausted a strategy. Meet with someone like myself soon, and we can help you and save you a bunch of time and probably execute a better strategy.
And I've talked to a lot of you with the firm as well who have moved down here over the last few years, 3 years really since COVID hit. And you've left your job in New York with the pension or the IRA or the 401k, and you're like, I don't know what to do. Just my boss used to handle it. I have a QR code because that makes me nervous. It really does. Sure. I have a QR code right here on the screen for you that will connect you directly to John, and he'll review that with you. It doesn't cost you anything to review. Okay, is there something I can be doing better to save on taxes and to really build that wealth? Now, Dawood, back to you on the real estate side of things for these investors that are coming here. You hear about the Airbnbs around Disney and Universal. I mean, that's obviously something we've heard a lot about. What is that market like right now?
So that market is entering more of a mature part of the cycle. 2020, 2021, 2022 saw an exponential growth in that market. Our economy opened 6 weeks after COVID hit, and the first type of rental that everybody wanted to flock to was an Airbnb type rental, either to purchase or to stay in. Because if you could work from home, why not bring the whole family instead of locking them up in some other part of the country and move them here? Right. We saw occupancy levels increase from over 84% to 99% during that period of time. And we're still seeing a demand for more and more people wanting to come to Orlando for all of the attractions that we have. To the effect that $53.3 billion with a B came into the US market in terms of foreign investors buying here. And they ended up buying properties with a median average throughout the country for about $400,000. Right. When you looked at the areas on where they wanted to invest, Florida topped the list at 23%, followed by California and Texas at 12% each. So obviously Florida is a really hot market, and there's a lot of people that want it because now that these technological platforms like Airbnb, VRBO, even some of the more common ones that we know, such as Expedia, etc., are all taking advantage of adding these short-term vacation rentals as part of their offering packages, because many people now are attracted to wanting to stay in a house, have that privacy, maybe save on the dollars that they have when they're coming on these vacations, just have more ample space for their family to enjoy while they're here.
I got it. And if you're investing in this market, I'm telling you, do yourself a favor. This is a formidable team right here that we put together. Really, it is. When you're like, I don't know how much to spend on real estate versus investment accounts. What do I do? Talk to these guys together, 407-205-0400. I mean, John wrote the book on it. You got to tell me about the book, please.
Well, we have a couple books here. I was fortunate enough to work with a great team that said to me, be a co-author with us and you'll have a best-selling book. Yeah. And so we did that exercise a few years ago. And so I've co-authored 2 best-selling books. And so what I want to do today, in light of the topic that we're talking here, especially short-term rentals, which can provide some magical tax benefits if executed properly for not only investors, but also W-2 employees, get a chance to write off what typically would be passive losses, but you can actually use them actively without getting in the weeds. But so what I wanted to do is I wanted to offer to the first 5 people who call into our office, we'll do a tax analysis for you, whether you have a short-term rental or not, and we'll throw in a copy of one of my books, either Win or the Best Business Book you'll ever
love
need.
it. So all you have to do is call the phone number on the screen or hit the QR code. The first 5 people. Yeah. Done. That's an honest, great gesture for sure. John Ledford, Fortress Wealth Group, thank you, buddy. Dawood Bedrosian, real estate agent to the stars, as I say. Good to see you, pal. Any questions about real estate, call him. Also, very quick break. You Have Real Estate continues.
You can be an agent that struggles to get ahead in the competitive real estate world, or you can learn from the best and achieve success. Visit youhaveafutureinrealestate.com and sign up for the Jumpstart program. Get coaching tips and important tools that will help you jumpstart your real estate career. Sign up today and get 10% off your Jumpstart program when you use code word LEARN. Visit youhaveafutureinrealestate.com today and gain the real estate knowledge you need to succeed.
Welcome back to the show. As I told you, I am buying a house on this market. I'm bullish on this market. But what do the great agents at LPT think about this market right now? Very happy to be joined. Return visitors, Earl King. Earl, what's up, brother? How are you?
Good, man. Always good to see you.
Good to see you, too. And Juliana Franco, I saw you playing tennis the other day. I went and played tennis against you. You were very talented, I would say. How are you?
I think I'm doing well.
Good to see you. Let's start with you, Earl, for a second. I mean, you've been in this market with me the last 3 years. I don't think any one of us really could have predicted what was going to happen. It's been insane. It really has, which has been great for a lot of people. What do you see happening in the future?
Well, past 2 years have been insane, right? Now the market has stabilized, right? So we're starting to see in our MLS platform, prices are starting to decrease some. And but we're not in a buyer's market yet. You need like 7 months of inventory for buyer's market. Yep. Right now we have like 2.5.
So we're still not even halfway there.
We're not even halfway there. And interest rates, they're creeped up. They're around 7, a little bit over 7 now. So what we're doing with our sellers, we're suggesting, hey, let's provide the buyers 5 to 8 to 10 grand to compensate for the higher interest rates. That's been working out right now. That's been working out like a charm. So that's what we're seeing, right now in the market. So don't let, if you're in the market to buy, don't let it scare you off with the higher interest rates. You could always refinance when the rates drop, and plus we can, get those extra funds.
Buy them down with some points from the seller. That's a really wonderful idea. What are you seeing out there right now, Juliana?
I'm seeing some price adjustments or some more room for negotiations, just like Earl is.
Yeah. So 3 years ago, we would have discussions with you at home, and I would say, don't fight with your agent about listing price. Go with what they say. Last couple years, I was like, I don't know, maybe tell your listing agent to jack it up a little bit, because we didn't know how quickly this thing was going up. What do you tell people now? I mean, should they be arguing with their agent about list price or not right now?
I don't think they should.
Okay.
I think they should listen to a very good agent that has been doing this for a while and that has seen the ups and downs, and be realistic.
Right. Yeah, I agree. What do you think?
Yeah, I think the same thing. I mean, we're in there. We do this full time. It's our lifestyle. It's our career. So we run the comps, and a lot. What we're seeing right now is the sellers are going back, a year and 2 years ago and kind of feeding off of that. So, but right now we have a system in place. I use RPR, to run the comps in the MLS, and it's really on point. So, and that's what we're going off of. And we're saying, don't go beyond a year. Go within, past 6 months at least, and stay within like a mile or 2 perimeter when doing the comps. And if you do that, you're going to be just fine. But listen to the agents, because it's what we're doing, it's what we're seeing in the market right now. Yeah. But that's the whole key. Listen to the agents. Been doing this for a while.
When someone's interviewing an agent to list their property, or even talking to buyers agents, do you recommend that they talk to 1 or 2 or 3, or just go with the initial one? What do you think? Tough question, I know.
It's a tough question. I always tell people to interview me for the job. So I don't mind if they talk to other people. We all have different things to offer somebody that can give you precise numbers is the person for you to go to.
But you do want to have a good feeling. You want to kind of bond with that person too. You are going to become family there for a couple months at least, and don't you think I want to have a good feeling and a good relationship with that agent?
Absolutely. You have to connect and build that rapport and everything. And if there's no connection there, then it might not be a good fit. But I do recommend interview several different realtors. I'm good with that. It's fine. Yeah. And because if each one of them is doing the same thing, often the same thing, then how can you choose? Right. So with LPT, we offer something different with the marketing and how we promote everything. Okay. So, just take your time and don't jump with the first realtor that comes knocking on your door or picking up the phone.
Yeah. All right, Earl, tell me about this Stoneberry right here at 495, great area of town. That seems like a good deal. Tell me quickly about Stoneberry.
I tell you what, it's the 9043 Stoneberry Way, and it's in Moss Park, literally 10 minutes from Lake Nona.
Right.
It's a 4.2, 2,000 square feet, top-rated schools, and like I said, you're literally like 2 minutes away from North Shore Golf Club, 10 minutes away from UCF School of Medicine, the huge VA hospital, which is like a palace, numerous children's hospital, and those numerous restaurants and retail shops there. So yeah, it is an outstanding area, enclave of Moss Park.
Awesome, and Tampa, awesome penthouse it looks like.
Man, I tell you what, this one's sweet. This one is sweet.
I can tell.
This one is Marina Point. So each room, it's a 3-bedroom. It's brand new, built in 2023. So each room has double 10-foot windows, and they're actually triple paned, windows. They're soundproof, can't hear anything. And in the living room, you walk out to the balcony. You can see downtown Tampa over to the right. You have a yacht marina down below. Yeah. It's on the 10th floor. And you look over here, you're looking at the bay right here, and the balcony is enormous. So, I mean, it's pretty, prestigious. You can't take any pictures or videos inside when you walk in, so the security is pretty tight in there. And then also, that elevator, you got a private elevator that only goes up to your to the penthouse.
And there's also a great commercial property here on North Mills. Any question about these properties, and I'll show you the pictures on North Mills as well. Call Earl today, 407-205-0400. Earl King, great to see you, buddy.
You as well, man. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you.
Juliana, my understanding is you're going to try pickleball with us next time. Is that accurate?
I am.
All right, let's do it. Any questions about real estate, Juliana? I'd be happy to talk to you about it. Very quick break. When we return, when do you need to replace the windows of your house as you have real estate continue?
I'm attorney Justin Clark. If you've been threatened by the IRS and are feeling scared, call me now or visit youhavepower.com.
Welcome back to the show. I wanted to wrap it up today with two things I think are very, very important. We were talking about investing earlier, talking about buying houses around Disney World, and for Airbnb. And I think that area is still probably a good investment, but I think there might be other places to look. But also, when you talk about investing in your own home, people talk about the roof, the air conditioning unit. What you need to start talking about are your windows. Your windows are so important on so many different levels. We're going to talk about that. So happy to be joined by Chelsea Zirpola. Renewal by Andersen. It's been a while. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. How are you?
Can't stay away from us this long. It's been too long.
No, I love it.
I
want to be here as much as I can.
And from Ocala Realty World, Elisha Lopez is here. Elisha, how are you?
Wonderful.
We live in a world right now where there's, it's still a seller's market, let's say, right? It's still a seller's market. But when you start looking on houses that are relatively comparable, but one house has brand new custom windows, how much of a difference does that make?
Huge difference, absolutely. Just on your electricity bill alone, and buyers know that, and everyone's looking to save money.
That's what I was, people don't think about that. Chelsea, you know this, at Renewal by Andersen, you come in, kind of a super simple process when it comes to windows and doors. People don't talk about the electricity savings. They talk about, they put solar on, electricity bill goes down. Windows make a huge difference on the electricity bill as well. How does that work?
Absolutely. You definitely need to make sure you're investing in energy efficient windows. Renewal by Andersen, we're extremely proud. 2023, most energy efficient window deemed by Energy Star. That's a big accomplishment.
Yeah.
But really making sure that you have that easy process from start to finish. So it's not difficult. You don't know who to buy it from. You don't know. We have a turnkey process We take it from all the way when our designers can come into your home and actually give you their suggestions and help you build those custom windows and doors of your dreams, all the way through permitting and to install. And we're there for years to come.
Yeah, and there's a QR code on the screen right here. We'll get you a free quote. Like literally, they'll come to your house and look at your windows and tell you what you need, because you don't even know if it's time to get new windows, probably. I know it's time for you to have Renewal by Andersen out to look and see, is it time? And then if it is time, what do you need to do? How do I know when it's time?
You know, oftentimes that condensation, those high energy bills, like you were mentioning, are early indicators. But also we're seeing where they're not even working. They can't even open their windows to get the fresh air, right? So all of those are early indications, and you really need to have someone look, because you don't know what's happening behind the walls. What if that, condensation or that water's leaking in there and it's causing further damage?
Right.
So definitely having that design consultant come out, look and see, give you those suggestions, and better understand where you're sitting currently.
Yeah, and we have a huge audience up in the Ocala area. I know Renewal by Andersen is up in Ocala, and really, Elisha, that brings me to you, because earlier in the show we were talking about investing in Airbnb investment properties down near Disney World. But I think that people don't understand the investment opportunities that are going on in Ocala right now when it comes to investment real estate. Tell me what's happening.
Well, there's not enough investment properties for the interest that there is, so we really do have a list of investors and even just homeowners that are looking to put their money into something else other than maybe the stock market, that they're really always considering real estate, but their properties are just not out there.
Yeah. What I have noticed is some people who will want to take the agent that they used in Seminole County or Orange County and say, oh, can you find me something up in Marion County, in Ocala? What do you recommend when it comes to that?
Definitely using an experienced local agent. There's such a huge influx of buyers moving to Marion County from Orlando, Tampa, the whole Central Florida area, but it's such a different area. And kind of the way we do real estate there, it's different. So you've got agents that come from Orlando, come from Tampa, and they want to sell in our area, but it's not the same as it is here in Orlando. So it causes like a lot of conflict between the agents just for misunderstandings and confusion. But then the buyers, it's really a disservice to them because they're not getting the correct and full information. And affordability is huge, but if they're not shown the right area, they're gonna miss Ocala and they'll never have an opportunity to buy.
Exactly right. And I love your brokerage up there too. I love visiting you guys. It's a family run. It's like one big family, but really a powerhouse in Ocala for sure. And that brings me to Renewal by Andersen. And weirdly enough, I was thinking about that this morning because Renewal by Andersen is a huge company, a nationwide company. But when I talk to you, when I talk to anyone here from Renewal by Andersen, all I can think of is family. It feels like a family-run company. How do you have this huge business, but it feels so family-oriented?
It's the focus of our consumer, our homeowner. It's about the people. We pride ourselves in that world-class customer experience and really making sure they feel that. It doesn't seem so far away or so large, but that we actually care. It's at the core of our DNA, and we love our homeowners, and we want to delight them through the process.
How do they feel? When you talk to someone who calls in, they watch the show, they call you, and not even sure if they need new windows. And then the next thing you know, they're pulling into their driveway with brand new windows. They know their family's safe. They know their electricity bill is going down, but also it's beautiful. How does the customer feel when this job is done?
That curb appeal, that feeling of being able to take something that you got to select and you got to customize is not only a good feeling, but just the look and feel of that comfort. And I think when you look at it, you don't realize that they're custom. So We're not just taking, the measurements and pulling something out of a warehouse. Every single opening, every single window is customized by you.
And also hurricane season too.
Absolutely.
And people have these old windows, like seriously, they can be dangerous. I mean, you can feel them shaking.
Yes.
I think new windows are important during hurricane season as well.
Definitely important. Coastal impact resistant glass is critical. We haven't seen a lot of storms yet, but they're coming. And to be prepared for that and making sure that it's not like a dungeon. Our frames are so strong. Fibrex is 2 times stronger than vinyl, so it allows you to have the biggest and the best view. So you lose your view. Oftentimes, the coastal impact glass, the frames are so thick, it's like a dungeon. You don't want to live in a dungeon when you have a beautiful area in Ocala and the countryside to look at, or the ocean.
Exactly.
You want to make sure you're safe.
Yeah, 100%. And you speak of Ocala, And it's not just investment real estate though as well. There are a lot of people who are feeling priced out in the Orlando area or the greater Orlando area because the interest rates are so high now, but also the prices have gone up. So when both of the things go up, some people are getting priced out. The prices in Ocala are different. How different are they?
Almost 40% different to most parts of Orlando. So that's huge.
So essentially the same house in Orlando is going to be 40% less in Ocala. That's pretty amazing. I mean, that makes a huge, huge difference. What are you telling your buyers right now to make their offers more attractive to the seller? Are there certain things that you can do?
Well, be serious. Yeah, a lot of times, buyers say, well, if they'll sell it to me for this amount, I would take it. And most of the time, sellers kind of find it insulting. And so everybody's hurting right now, the buyer, because they have to come in with more money, could afford less, higher rates, and then the seller's making less money. So with emotions over money right now, it's best to just come in with your absolute best offer the first time and just be really serious about it.
I agree. Any sort of investment or real estate, your primary home even, if you would like, Elisha Lopez will be happy to show it to you. 407-205-0400. Thank you for joining us, as always. Chelsea, great to see you. Like if you own a house right now, I don't care where your house is. If you own a home right now and your windows are more than, say, even 10 years old, what's the age?
We're finding all kinds of different ages. It depends on the type of window.
So let me be honest with you. These huge developers, some of them put in crappy windows. They just did. And I'm not trying to call anyone out, but they did. If you would like to get a free review of brand new custom windows on your house, great payment plans, interest-only payment plans where it's not going to hurt in the pocketbook, call Chelsea today with Renewal by Andersen. Chelsea, great to see you. Awesome. Thank you to our amazing WKMG-based crew. Most importantly, thank you. See you again next week for more You Have Real Estate. Do I ever have a very special gift for you today? Compliments our good friends over at Universal Roof and Contracting. 15% off your roofing job. The roof is the most important part of your house. No doubt about it. Welcome my good friends as always, Justin and Corey. How are you today?
Good, man, good. Thank you.
The roof is the most important part of the house, but sometimes deciding who your roofing company is going to be is the most important decision as well. Culture is everything. Sure. When determining who's going to do your roofing job, Universal, the culture over there blows me away. Trustworthy. Tell me about the culture at Universal.
Yeah, 30 years in the making, right? Family-owned, veteran-owned, same name and ownership over the past 3 decades. We're so proud to be so rooted in Orlando, and we have offices in Jacksonville and Southwest Florida, but the honest approach, the integrity we carry, working transparently with insurance companies and homeowners alike. We approach roofing the way an honest company really should.
Trusted by some of the biggest sports teams in Florida as well.
That's right. That's right. We this past season we were the one of the partners with the Jacksonville Jaguars, which was awesome. They had a great season this year too. And then just coming next month, the XFL, the Orlando Guardians. We are the official roofer for the Orlando Guardians, so we're excited to go out to those games and see everybody there. So it'll be great.
A roof can be expensive. You created great programs to make this roof not cost prohibitive for me.
Yeah, last thing we're going to do is take food off people's plates to afford a roof. So we have a ton of flexible financing plans that just keeps things very liquid for homeowners, even if they don't want to use their own money, even if they have it at the time, so we offer that as well for every roof replacement.
I have this QR code on the screen right now. Get your phone out or go to their website, but the QR code will go directly to Justin and Corey, and literally you get 15% off. But guys, you're going to come to my house and tell me what I really need, honestly.
Absolutely, yeah. Free inspection, first of all. It does cost nothing for us to come out. We're going to sit down with you, hear what you like about your roof, what you don't like about your roof, what problems you've had, and come up with a custom scope of work that makes sense for you.
Always a pleasure to see you both. There's only one company we trust when it comes to roofing. That is Universal Roof and Contracting.
The proceeding was a paid advertisement. The views expressed were the sole responsibility of the advertiser.